Welcome to another week of Half Serious. Thank you all for chiming in every week. I freaking love you. And this week we have Tucker. Well, I've known him for damn near 2 decades, and he is one of the most genuine freaking people you will ever meet. I feel like there's very few times in your life that you meet truly genuine people, and he's one of those. You can tell by his stories. He will go into some policing stories and then go into some stories where you think, okay, I might have just taken that to the grave, but cool, you know? But they're hilarious. And then he goes into some serious stuff that he's had to deal with peer support. He has a lot of respect from his peers, and I think you'll be able to tell from his stories that he has a lot of experience. So thank you, Tucker, for coming on. And this one is a longer podcast than we've had, but I didn't want to split it into 2 weeks. All right, I'll shut up. Here's Tucker. Tucker and Tucker'd Out Farms. And we went to the Academy together just to kind of give you guys a feel of how long we've known each other. So, how long have we known each other?
Coming up on 19 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, we're old, but also I'm worried that when I do like the clips for this, for the promotional stuff, that AI won't be able to dictate.
Tess, you started on that shit in the Academy. It's not like you did. I'm the first redneck you've ever met, or hillbilly. I like to be called a hillbilly. Yeah.
Why?
There's a difference. Yeah, because one of them have sex with their cousins, and the other one have sex with their sisters.
So which one's the cousins?
We ain't talking about that. But yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that to the imagination.
Okay, so you're a hillbilly.
Yeah, hillbilly. Yeah, I'm technically from the hills of North Limestone County. So.
Mm-hmm. I'll say you're one of the first people I've met in my life where I was instantly, I like that guy. You in the Academy, I believe it was this statement, and I could be getting it wrong, but it was one of the first runs we were on, and I didn't know who anybody was. and you go, damn, my ass butter's so thick you can lay it on bread. And I was like, what?
That's right.
What does that mean?
That's probably, I've got all kind of great statements.
Yeah. Well, I got the visual because it was like 110 degrees during our Academy. Yeah, I was like, I like him. That's disgusting. I like that guy, though.
I just remember, who is this female? And she sounds like a Yankee. Where is she from? And then I heard you were from Tennessee. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. There's no fucking way she's from Tennessee. And you were homeschooled, right?
I was homeschooled for like 2 years.
So you went to county high school.
Yeah.
And you talk like you're from Michigan.
Yes. Well, definitely not Michigan because they couldn't understand me.
Yeah. So. Okay.
But
I remember making a statement. I mean, it was like right after the HR stuff. I think that was the first week or maybe the first day the first couple of days we had HR come and talk to us about sexual harassment and not be sexist and all that stuff. And you had said something. I was like, well, they hired you because they had to. And you're like, oh, you motherfucker, I want to hit you right now. I'm like, don't do it because that could be sexual harassment. And I'm like, let me just fill the room out. The other one in there asked me what sexual harassment was. And I was like, well, this is what it is. You can't say dirty jokes around, people and stuff like that. And like, where I'm from, we don't have that. And I'm like, well, let's go there. But do you remember graduation? There was books passed out to us, and I wish I still had mine. The bathroom reader.
Yes, I still have that somewhere.
It was a shitter reader or something like that. I wish I had mine. I would love to go back and read. If anybody in our academy is out there and they have that thing, if you could scan that in and send it to me, I would love it because it had so much information in it. It had funny. So I'll tell this story on this guy. I'm not going to say his name, but he's retired multiple times. He was the granddaddy. He was the granddaddy of the academy. But we're sitting there first day, very serious. We know there's a smoking coming, but we got a PT test at like lunch or something. Every time somebody would come in or every time somebody would screw something up, we'd have to get up and go in the hall, stand at attention. We hadn't got smoked yet. He's sitting there, setting at attention, and I would just hear him say, put him on the list. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, put him on the list. I don't understand. So finally, about lunchtime, he said it about 3 or 4 times at this point. What in the fuck are you talking about? What list? He goes, for the soap part, we're going to beat the fuck out of him. I was like, what the heck fucking thinks about that first day of the academy? I'm just
trying to survive.
I just hope there's not a spelling test first day, which I think there was.
Yeah, I think there was too.
And I know damn well I failed it because I failed them all. But yeah, he was like, put him on the list. And then any female that come in the room, he would say 1 or 2. I had to constantly get explanations from this guy. What are you talking about? When you would, when or two you wouldn't. So it was a running joke for the entire 19 weeks. A female would walk in and I would go, one. And he goes, you have not said two yet. And I said, everybody's got that one thing about them that's good to go. I was like, this one's smart.
Good.
This one ain't skinny. This one ain't fat. So they're all ones.
I forgot you were stuck back there with them. So that was your main source of entertainment.
Oh my God. It was constantly me having to like bite my tongue to keep from busting out laughing because he's just whispering.
Yeah.
Looking straight ahead. He's like I've already screwed up one word today. What's the dude with the puppets that don't
Jim Henson?
Is it ventriloquist?
Oh, ventriloquist. Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say earlier?
He said
my
it's messing up your equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
I think you as a white guy, you're just for context for anybody listening, that was before he had taken a sip of cheap beer.
Yeah. Your dog's hunching me.
Yeah, that's part of the experience of being on the podcast if you're doing it in person.
That's all right, buddy. I'll get you back in a minute.
He doesn't have balls anymore, so.
Well, I do. It's about to be a whole new experience for him.
He's like, that's what I've been missing.
Have you ever heard of that? Like, you ever heard that, pigeons die after sex?
No.
Yeah, the one I fucked died.
Again, the UK is like, wait, is that a joke? Hillbilly.
So I'm listening to this, I'm listening to this podcast. It's some dark humor on here, so we really like.
Oh, God, yeah. This is so compared
we
to
haven't even got into nightmares and things yet. So.
No. Like, I joke on Kevin, but I said it was the scowls, but I think it was Kevin's emotional roller coaster of a podcast. By the end, it's like, I'm going to vomit. I was like, I can't ride this ride anymore.
Love that guy.
And he's like, I live it every day.
I always seen him as, that's where I'm going to be in 10 years.
Are you aspiring for it, or are you?
I just think I'll be there in 10 years. Maybe even not everything he does. I have been married this year for 24 years. So I'm one of the few.
You are one of the few. I'll say that. No, I don't want to say our academy, but I will say most of the people in our academy are an anomaly to some degree, be it bad or good, but they're an anomaly. I'll say mostly in the good, but
we need to do a 20-year.
Shit, yeah, we do. That would be awesome.
Everybody that graduated, at least the ones that got fired for dumb shit.
Yeah, maybe not them. I mean, but yeah, I'm down. I'll plan it. I'll host it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that got fired. None of us got fired after we got here.
No,
we held strong for a long time, and that was once we graduated. I think we held strong for a long time.
Well, that's why I think we were a powerhouse, because if you think about it, before I left, we almost had somebody in our academy in every single position in the department.
Yeah.
So if we needed something, it was easy to really connect dots and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I called many people needing help with whatever.
Yep. It was easy to get shit done that way, to like be like a mafia of sorts.
We still have one on patrol.
Yeah. Well, two?
Well, he's on task force.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, we had two in task force and one on patrol. And
he just loves it. I think he's gonna finish out there.
I think he will too. I mean, he's got a side hustle too, so he's got to be flexible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Patrol is patrol. It does take away from some downtime, but I mean, you can have a side hustle. I mean, it is probably the most steady. Come into work at this time and leave at this time. I feel like all the other ones, because investigation, you're on call. My job, you're on call.
And without rank, I'd agree. Once you have rank, it's easier in a specialized unit, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because, like, I'll say the academy.
No, I don't have rank. I was asked many times, but it's not for me.
I mean, I think that you would be good in rank. I just don't think that you would like it.
I think I would probably enjoy it until I had to write somebody up for some shit that I'd done before. I think that may be. Yeah, I know I would be like, I'm writing your ass up because I have to.
Yeah, but I mean, if you soften the blow, it's not so bad. If it's like, hey, listen, this is stupid shit all of us get written up for.
Yeah, I've never been suspended.
I like how you act surprised. I actually never have either.
I thought for several times, I thought they were going to suspend me and take away my FTO pin one time on Christmas Eve.
Which one was that?
I got into pursuit. Speed was over 90 Christmas Eve on Eastern Bypass, and we wound up way out in the county. And then, like, as soon as we terminated it, LT called us back. When I pulled up, the guy had wrecked. The county was on him. And I think state trooper got on him. He lost everybody. I mean, he was driving to lose everybody. Wound up wrecking in somebody's yard, just right close to where the judge. I went and had the first search warrant for blood. And they're like, oh, you have to go. It's Christmas Eve. You have to go out to this judge's house. I'm like, where's it at? And I was like, fuck, I just left there. And I was like, oh, yes, ma'am. This guy wrecked in this people's yard, and they held him at gunpoint. The county got there, and she goes, oh, you don't fuck around out here. I was like, this is the first time I ever met you, Judge, but I like you.
I think I know which judge you're talking about. It's a good judge.
Yeah, I like her. Yeah, when they said, we got him out here, before you start taking stuff off my uniform, can I go out here and arrest this guy? He goes, take stuff off your uniform. I was like, yeah, I figured I'm losing my pen and probably getting some days. He goes, no, he said, you just wouldn't. You know, it's like, I think you've done a great job on the pursuit. I was just checking on you and your rookie. This is like second week. He wound up getting fired for smoking crack. But
the rookie, right?
The rookie, yeah. Not the lieutenant. It was funny because the same day the lieutenant called out a pursuit on his way into work, and I stopped, and I've got my stop sticks out ready. I'm like, hey, let's get Christmas Eve started.
Yeah.
And I've got my stop sticks out. I see him come over the overpass. I'm like, oh, crap. And then I see the lieutenant come over the overpass, and his damn lights ain't working.
Wait, how long ago was this? Was this in bubble lights?
No. These were like, he was in one of those Tauruses, but it didn't have, it was slick top with the ones in the dash. So I like put my stop sticks down. And he was like, I need units around stop sticks. What's that unit? Is that unit? And I was like, about that time, he hears phone ringing in his radio. I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to get up there and stop that car for you. Your damn lights ain't working. His siren was working, but his lights wasn't working.
This guy's like so confused.
He's like, I hear sirens. I'm trying to slow down and move over, so there's a white car on my ass.
That's a hardship nobody talks about, is like, not so much with those cars, but the ones that we first got didn't have computers in them, first off.
Well, they had a computer in it, but you had to beat the shit out of it to get it to turn on.
I could never get it to turn on for the street, so I just used that street locator bullshit.
Oh, my God.
I hated that thing. I don't even know how to explain what it was.
It was like, it had all the main roads and then every cross on it. Every cross street on it. So then you would have to go down through there. First thing, I'm already behind the 8 ball because you have to be able to spell some of these fucked up names in the city. And I'm like, give me a cross. And then they give you a cross like, at 10-4, give me another cross. And about 10 crosses later, I'm like, oh my God, I see that.
And I remember Debo, I'm just saying anything since he's gone, but he's like, give me that street. Can you give me the phonetics of that street? So, because he couldn't spell it either. So they're like, uniform.
When was the last time you seen Joe?
Other than social media, it's been a minute.
He's still got woolly, but his big bushy beard. He's not far. He's still bald, but the hair that he likes on top of his head, he is growing on his face. It's a very impressive. He done my pad in my house.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I got him to do my driveway. Hey. If you're listening, Joe, you passed the inspection with the state, so tally that off and put it on your resume.
I need to get Joe on here. He said he would, but him and a couple others are elusive.
Well, he's a busy man.
Yeah, which is good. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always like when people kind of get successes outside of police work. It's kind of nice because that's the story they always tell. They're like, you can't get out of policing. What else are you gonna do? And it's like, there's lots of people that do lots of things.
I'm not counting the days, but 7 years. Knock on wood. I hope I leave here and don't come back. I don't foresee myself being a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it off the table because,
dinosaurs are the people that come back.
Even cheap nanny light costs money.
Yes, it does. If you're a cop and you retire and then you come back, part-time or whatever, then you're considered a dinosaur.
Dinosaur, yeah.
So it's a dinosaur squad.
And I wanted to tell this story on here.
Tell it.
It's about you.
I'm going to edit it out.
It may be the best prank that has ever been pulled.
Oh, I think I already know which one you're going to fucking tell.
Yeah. Not everybody knows this story.
Yeah, they don't. Well, did you traumatize me for life?
It's a day of truce.
Yeah, go for it.
Day one of me being cut loose. I'm on north, you're on west, and there were some civilians standing around, and I'm in there filling out change of status form, and I don't know how to do it. So I'm getting coached on what to put.
Your name.
Yeah. How do you spell precinct? How was the academy? Oh, it was great. We, had a lot of fun. Who's your favorite TA? It's a toss-up between these two guys that, just rode my ass the whole time. It was probably Jerry King, but he wasn't a TA. He was a supervisor. And then they're like, what about everybody in the academy? Everybody getting along? I said, no. And We didn't all get along, but we all respected each other and made it through as a team. Oh, yeah. Well, what about that one girl? I was like, well, there's two of them. Which, the blonde or the dark-haired one? Oh, what about the blonde one? I was like, I think she's a mail-order bride. Okay, yeah, well, we'd heard that. It's like, well, what about the dark-haired one? I was like, she's a lesbian. I signed paperwork and I walked out of the room.
Dick.
Was it 4 years later?
Mm-hmm.
I walk into the same office and I get, Tucker, you lied to us. Like, oh, what about? I was like, I never lie. I may stretch the truth because it's funny.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Well, Tessa's getting moved down here. She's in a relationship. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew that. So what'd I lie about? You said she was a lesbian. I was like, oh. And it took me a good 7 minutes to say anything else. I was hurting. I was like, I had tears in my eyes.
4 years. Listen. For those who don't know, I'm not going to talk about my relationship because I don't want to give it any kind of time. But
nobody else would hit on.
Nobody else was. I was like, God damn. I was like, I know I'm not like fucking a 10, right? But like, what is up with this?
I can't even get laid around here drunk.
So I blame my romantic choices on you, Tucker.
It was the sweetest bird.
Entire department.
It was the sweetest, because that was the right two people to tell a rumor to.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know at the time. See, I kind of had a heads up on the rumor mill because I was in the military.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to spread like wildfire. I just didn't know it was going to catch on fire and burn the building down.
Yeah, people would ask me, and I'm like, no, but I didn't think anything. I didn't think it was like that prevalent.
What do you know her? I know her very well. We go bowling, we go do this, we go do that. I've been to her house drinking,
Mm-hmm.
She knows my kids. We were really tight in the academy. Oh, well, how is she? Well, she's a lesbian.
And then so much that there was another girl that you trained that was like, oh, thank God, there's another lesbian.
Yeah, so in that little stinker, I love her to death.
Oh, yeah,
love her to death.
Yep.
One of my favorite people, she had me convinced. I was told this before she got in my car. I was told, hey, Tucker, you got 2 female rookies and a male rookie. My first time being an FTO, and I got 3. I go, okay. I was like, your first one, y'all gonna have a lot in common. I was like, me and the female? Yeah. I'm like, well, what do we got in common? He's like, we all both like pussy. And I said, okay. So I get in there. I'm trying to be, I want to be approachable.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm Tucker. And she's like, she tells me her name. And I was like, oh, yeah, you got family? Yeah, mom, dad. Okay. Cool. You in a relationship? Yeah, got a boyfriend. All this stuff. I'm like, okay, sweet. I guess I got it wrong. Maybe like a test thing.
Test thing.
Yeah, because this was only 3 years in. We're still rolling that you're a lesbian.
No, it was after, I think, because I was up there. Because she rode with me one time, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't get it until the year. I got it a year after 2 other people because they told me I got too many complaints on me because I called everybody a motherfucker.
I mean, that holds true.
I was like, well, I mean,
yeah.
I tell them, hey,
yeah,
do this. And then, the next word out of my mouth is, hey, motherfucker. I can't help it. I mean, it's part of my raising.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm asked by several people, well, what do you think? She's not a lesbian. At this point, I don't even know a lesbian. I have never met a lesbian in my life, being from small town nowhere, that was openly a lesbian. And I was like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And rock on. She's wanting to go to somewhere up north to her boyfriend's Naval Academy graduation. I'm like, well, when is it? And it's like 2 weeks after she's cut loose. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You need permission. Just take off work. As long as Lars don't give a fuck. She goes and comes back, and then I think it was the first time she got to come to a choir practice, or maybe I invited her to a choir practice or something like that. But she's like, oh, let me tell you. I'm like, they told me that. Yeah, I'm totally confused. I'm like, finally, I get to meet a lesbian. That somebody that I know that is a lesbian. And I was like, why did you lie to me? She said, well, I didn't want you to feel any different. I'm like, well, I wouldn't. First off, I'm not like that. I said, but, I don't care what you do, your private life, as long as you're a good cop. One of the best people I know. Matter of fact, she was my supervisor for a while. And you were my supervisor for a while.
Yeah. I forgot about that, yeah. Yeah, it's because you were out and she rode in my car one time, and she was all like, thank God, or Another lesbian.
I may have told her.
You probably did.
I told the whole, everybody that asked me, hey, is it true? I'm like, yeah, she's a lesbian.
So, yeah, I blame my love life on you.
And I don't remember your little friend's name. Little short girl, a lot of tattoos.
Trisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she was your gay lover, by the way. So I apologize to her. I only met her a handful of times, but I knew y'all were pretty tight. And I'm like, here it is. Just keep driving that knife in that you are.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that.
It was, I guarantee you, I don't know of any other rumor that lasted without the truth coming out for 4 years. 3.5, 4 years.
I don't know. But I don't know if it's the same now, but then people don't get it's like precincts were almost like different worlds. Like if you're on north, it was its own west, south.
It might have been a different state.
Yeah, whole other department, basically. Yep. I don't feel like it's that way now.
No, I think because we have 2 academies a year and there's 2 preferences a year. So you get to change.
Oh, yeah.
You get to change for off days quickly. When it used to, it was once a year. FTO phase was never anybody that didn't get extended. So it was like almost a full year before you got new bodies in there. And there was no lateral program, so there was no extra bodies coming in. So technically you could be in your position with your call sign for a year before. Now it's about every 6 to 8 months you get a change.
That's true. I guess
so you get to see a lot more people, which is a good thing. You get to learn.
Yeah.
Good thing and bad thing. You pick up bad habits more easily. And I know the squad you went to was awesome. The squad I went to was awesome. Had some, had Chaz.
Yep.
Tony Mack, Rushbrook was a mentor. And then it was just a different time. I mean, those guys went out of your way to stop and teach you, even after FTO. I learned so much because it was just constant calls. And Wes was too. It's just, you went from one to the next, and it was either a hot call or you're on your way to the jail. It's either a hot call or you're on your way to jail. There's very little, even your BS calls. I remember just throwing my clipboard down on a stolen property and going across the road and stopping 2 people slugging it out in front of the patrol car. So I'm like, is it everybody like this around my patrol car? Because it is like,
cut it out.
I thought my patrol car was a shit magnet. It turned out it was me.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd say 50% of our academy. I joke, and there's that running joke that our session has that target on us because it's just like, nah, stop, man.
Yeah.
Like good and bad. It's just like shit.
And we didn't. And this was before. Like, I remember when I started, I had a fucking flip phone.
Yeah.
Didn't have an iPhone, so there was no group chats.
Oh, and I think that's why everybody's closer because you would meet up with each other and you'd talk. Yeah, and you're like, let's go do something.
There was text message, and then whoever come up with bowling for that night, or they were going bowling, they would have to text individual.
You'd have to really want that person to come.
And you got to 222-3366-30. Yeah. Tuesday. I thought you meant Thursday, brother.
That was good shit, though. But yeah, I feel like all of us got into a lot of shit really quick in our individual sides of town or whatnot.
Yeah. For the most part.
So what was your first call that you were like, oh, I think I kind of know what I'm doing? Or do you even remember? Or do you still not know what you're doing?
I learned something new every day, Tess. It wasn't a call. It was a traffic stop, and it was my first pursuit. I'd been in pursuits in FTO, and I was probably one of the last ones to get into solo pursuit. I'd been in some pursuits that other people had started, but I was on up several months, and I'd got an SD. Hated SDs. No,
I was like, okay, that's a little open.
Well, I mean, little powder, little cream, you're good to go.
Summer, got an STD, and then, okay, I'm copying now. Special detail.
Are you still drinking that glitter fucking drink?
No, I'm good.
Getting like a stripper tomorrow.
No.
No, you poured it out.
Stop drinking the glitter. Yeah.
You poured it out, that's right. The dog is trying to fuck my face again.
Yeah, sorry, he does that.
Get down.
He likes to know your intimate thoughts, so he gets right up in your face.
You're about to get it. Remember that pigeon. It ain't much bigger.
Okay, I messed up your story. Your first SD.
Yeah, it was not my first SD.
Yeah.
My first pursuit, I'm running radar. Car comes by me speeding about 15 over. I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to do like 3 traffic stops and I'm going back tonight. Because I know my supervisor at that time went 10-10 and he's off the radio with his friend. So I get after this car and took me a minute to realize I'm in a fucking pursuit. We've made 3 left turns. and we were hauling ass in this neighborhood.
Like, I don't think they're stopping.
I was like, let me just go cut a 3 on your ass. And then I finally keyed up on the radio. I'm like, car ain't stopping. Like, 10-4, where you at? And it doesn't sound like I know what I'm doing because I knew what I was doing, but I did not know where I was at. Huh? And I'm just going, stand by.
Trying to sound cool.
And we come across, like, I was like, we just went across, like, 10-4, what's your cross? Stand by. But I was hyped up, but I was very focused. I knew there was somebody running, and I was ready to do anything to catch him. Like I say, the supervisor was off the radio. So I knew I wasn't going to get stopped. We're running 50 in a damn neighborhood, which usually is automatic stop. By the time dispatch calls the supervisor and says, and this supervisor's been gone for years, but by the time this supervisor realizes, oh, shit, and it was definitely going to be an after action going down. He says, direct pursuit, and at this point, I'm in a foot pursuit. I just hadn't let him know yet because I'm not a runner.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a runner, but this guy was, and it takes all the focus I got. And I finally say, I'm in a foot chase. The only way I caught this guy is because he jumped a 6-foot fence right next to an open gate and fell. So I got his ass right there.
You're like, I'm smart.
Got him in cuffs, and he fought. I mean, it wasn't like turnover. The minimum force necessary was us taking some blows to one another and get him in cuffs. And I was like, I got one in custody. Secure my patrol car. And they're like, 10-4, what is your 10-20? And I was like, stand by. Do you remember when we were young rookies, there was a magistrate, Sam?
Yeah.
I look up and there's Sam Sands. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, where the fuck am I? And he's like, you're in my side yard. I said, what's your address? And he gives me his address. And I put that on radio, and I can hear sirens, and I can hear people on the back channel of my patrol car that the door is still wide open on. Yes, I don't know where he's on. Just go up and down Madison Lake, see if you see blue lights. It's like, God, this damn rookie. I've got the guy, and I give out the address, and I mean, it's like, there's J-turds, and like, I know for sure, and everybody comes down there like, that's the way you do it. That's how you do it. And I'm like, I didn't know where I was at. I was like, it turned out fine.
You're alive.
When I got back to Sarge's office, he's like, all right, motherfucker, you got by with one. He said, I was like, it don't matter what you do to me as far as SDs. I'm going to get into some shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm figuring that out. Because 2 days prior to that, I was on one. And it's the first time that me and Billy Clardy got to go hands-on with 2 guys. And it was a massacre. There was a county CO stopping to help us. I mean, these guys were high on meth for days, and it was all you could handle. And my first meth lab, we just kept pulling jars of shit out of this car, and I'm like, I ain't never gonna get this shit logged in. He goes, no, hang on a minute. And I think we called Terry, like, come get this shit.
That's why it was great about meth labs. You just call Stack, and they take it. And you're like, oh, thank God.
Come get this shit. And he's like, God damn, what fucking mess.
That sounds accurate.
Is it him or Eddie? I can't remember. They may have both came.
Yeah, I think at the time they were connected.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. And maybe they were. So it's butt plug doing.
It's a squeaky toy.
Yeah, sure.
For the dog.
Sure. If you keep calling that thing an entrance, you're going to have some fucking problems. Especially if you're putting that thing up. I'm going to take this. I don't know. You got the gates of hell. I mean, you got me down here. Next to the gates of hell.
You can turn off the heater.
I'm going to take this fucking shirt off. Kind of, control yourself.
I'll try. I'm going to get that squeaky toy. For those that don't know, he's taking his shirt off currently. The words Tucker are tattooed across his belly button.
That's famous. Tell your story about this.
Oh, yeah. I know a story about this.
Well, there's been more stories since you've left.
Really?
Yeah. We went to a conference, and some random people come up to me the next morning. It's a human trafficking conference, and it's down in Florida. It's mostly about networking. There's a lot of classes and stuff, but I had went to bed. I got very drunk and eat up, like, they said it was supper out there at the Tiki Bar, which turned out to be fucking finger foods. And I was ready to eat. And I just started like grabbing plates full of finger foods. Open bar, which was a mistake for them. I'm grabbing 3 beers at a time and trying to drink them dry. So needless to say, Tucker had to go to bed early, like right after dark. So I didn't get to do much networking. But the next morning, there's like time for, I don't remember if they bring in biscuits or whatever, but everybody's out there talking and everything. And they're like, where are y'all from? And the 2 that stayed down, that didn't get hammered ass drunk, It's 4 of us. 2 of us did and 2 of us didn't. They had done some networking, and a group of people were there, and they said, well, I almost got in a fight with some North Dakota people. That's a different story.
Typical.
And they said, where y'all from? I was like, we're from Alabama. Who is Tucker? I'm like, oh, shit. I know that, we had a disagreement about North Dakota last night, but I didn't know it was, this serious. It was some people telling me to calm down. And I was like, I best go to bed. But they're like, I'm like, I'm Tucker. And they're like, you have a tattoo on your stomach. I'm like, so, did I have my shirt off? Oh, yeah, I did. I was like, we talked to some other guys, and the conversation got on you and your tattoo because you had to go to bed early because you were drinking beers 3 at a time. I was like, well, in my defense, it was open bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, and we did have shots at the first supper. I don't do well on tequila.
You drank tequila?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was... Well, I did drink more tequila that week, but it didn't get out of control because I did supplement it with some bourbon.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And some Jim Beam Fire.
So settle down the stomach then with that.
Well, no. I still almost shit my pants every day. But yeah, so... And there's people from all over the world there. So my tattoo... And I've been, I've traveled a lot of places. And
show them your tattoo? Or?
Well, I've been shirtless in many countries.
What's that comedian that always takes his shirt off? Bert
Kreischer.
Yeah.
I get hot, especially in Florida. It's fucking hot in Florida.
It is fucking hot in Florida. You can't escape it. You can take all your clothes off and the heat seeps in.
Yeah, I like cold. I would do all right in cold because I can put clothes on.
You can?
I can put clothes on to stay warm, but I've been naked and hot many times.
Oh, yeah.
I was a teenager once.
Yeah. I was an adult drinking once or twice.
Well, I don't get naked and outside anymore.
Like a couple weeks ago, or?
No, it's been a long time since I've been naked outside.
I feel like now that you have all that land, though, like...
I'm not saying it won't ever happen again.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's been a while.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because if I had, land and I could see the stars, I'd be like, I'm going to be free tonight. I'm going to go drink, be free.
You're a hippie.
That is true. I'm a little bit of a hippie.
There's a lot of mosquitoes on my place.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You'd be
and
itching in place.
Yeah, and poison ivy, and it's out there. Ticks.
Yeah.
Natasha won't pick ticks off of me.
What?
No, she hates ticks. Yeah.
Well, I'll pick them off my daughter, but I just,
So
I won't pick them off the dog.
So if you had a significant other that you liked, you wouldn't get a tick off their ball bag? Is that what you're saying?
But I'd be doing that girl thing where it's like, ew, like I couldn't.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the boys. You can't be making sudden movements. Everybody will be real nervous, including the tick.
Yeah, this is true. No, I don't. That's gross. It's just that they attach, and it's just like that pop noise that they make when you pull them off,
What the fuck are you talking about?
When you pull a tick off, it's like, makes a little...
How's it go? No, I never heard that. You talking to the guys pull a lot of ticks off.
Okay, well, I guess you're supposed to use rubbing alcohol or something to make them detach. But I'll say, I remember my introduction to your tattoo when I remember it vividly, running them at Montana Park, and we're sweating our asses off because it's summer. And we had those white shirts you could see right through them because we'd sweat right through them, and you could see them right through them before. I know, because they wear hot pink jog bras sometimes, and it'd be like, blam. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah. But, look at that bird dog. That's a bird dog.
They won't give us proper attire. But I look over, and everybody's like, ugh, I say, fucker?
I had to shut up. Old English, it's tea. And I was like, no, it's fucker.
You pick up your shirt. We're like, oh, Tucker. You got fucker across your belly.
Cause
that makes sense. But it's the same day that we had to do one of those long things or there's oh my God, what are they called? We just lean and rest.
Front lean and rest?
Yeah, the front lean and rest with the hot cement. Where our hands,
it blistered the fuck out of our hands.
Everybody got blistered. Or I'd say the worst injury I got in the academy was the day that you were like, oh, pick partners, and you picked me or the other girl.
Always. It's the last fucking ones.
It was the drill where, like, they tied a rope around us and then they just fucking drug us.
Oh, my God. And I was yelling, stop, stop, stop.
All they did was just drag all of our skin off of our elbows.
And backbone, and fucking shoulder blades.
Yeah.
I mean, it hadn't rained. It was a fucking drought. We never got a fucking rain day.
No.
Never.
It was the driest I've ever seen. Alabama.
The only time that I can remember not PTing, even on Friday, is if Jerry had a fucking date.
The sergeant, our supervisor, if he had a date.
And go, I want y'all to go out there to the pull-up bars and do, I don't know, hell, so many pull-ups that we ain't going to do them.
Yep.
And then get the fuck out of here. We ain't running today. I got a date.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, whew, somebody introduced this motherfucker to y'all's sister or whatever every Friday night.
We need him dates. He's over here thinking he's got game. He's like, oh man, I'm getting
so many dates.
The whole class trying to hook him up. All right, let's get him.
So I didn't know him before the academy. Some guys did. Me and a couple of guys go downtown on a payday. First motherfucker we recognized is his big ass. I was like, oh no, here we go. Now, I had a designated driver because my wife would always come get me. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, go to a different bar. You didn't see me and don't drive. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I never went out to, I don't think I went out to the bars with you guys anyways. Not much.
Not so, so we didn't do it a whole lot. It was like the first time we went and we got caught again.
Was that the time that everybody got smoked because somebody wrecked out?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a different time.
Oh, okay. There's so many of them. When's the first time that I've asked this question a few times, but knew that it was like fucking real? Of course, I say that you were in the military before, so you probably knew what real was before you even got into policing.
Yeah. So I'd been an MP at Fort Benning, Georgia. So I'd gotten in some fights and stuff there. Nothing like, are you talking, most of the people in Fort Benning, Georgia. So when I was there, the third ID was gone. So that was most of the post. And they had a couple of, this was like supply guys and stuff like that back. So nothing we couldn't handle. Mm. And it was never like anybody hitting us. It was basically, get on the ground. And we didn't know what the fuck. I went to MP school 4 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, I was an MP at Fort Benning, Georgia.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, what the fuck? I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. And, but we got through all that, come over here, got training. And then I can remember it was on my shadow phase. It's a big fight. And I remember like it's a neighborhood fight on Huntsville Street. And it was neighbors against neighbors and family members had pulled up. And I mean, it's 10, 12 people out there just throwing haymakers. My FTO at the time says, get out and get some. I took that as get out and fight everybody. Yeah. And that's what I did. There's two people right here fighting. Let's gang up on this guy. And then I'm turning around and I'm going to hit you a while. Yeah. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. And I can remember everybody after that was like, all right. We're good. It's probably 8 of us there. All right, we're good. Y'all see the rookie? He was getting some. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're talking about me because I was the only rookie there. And I'm like, yeah, the rookie was getting some. And my FTL said, who'd you cuff? You got anybody in custody? I'm like, no. He goes, what the fuck? You were fighting? You didn't get anybody? I was like, no, neither did you. He goes, yeah, but no, I've got to teach you, He's like, what'd you think when you got out of here? I was like, I just thought we was fighting. And he's like, well, there's nobody left, so I guess nobody's going to jail after 12 people fighting in the fucking street. So I did get deductions for that, but then I got like 7s for willing to get your hands on. And then they said that me and Steve were dumb, but we were tackling a chainsaw. We were good at stopping shit and catching shit. When it went on paper, it just turned to shit. Yeah. The Academy can thank us for the spelling test to stop. Because we were telling us like, hey, we just figured out that y'all motherfuckers are stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about him, but you got it right on me. I lied to get in this thing.
I think that's the only Academy class where most of us probably shouldn't have been there. I know I got an exception. I don't know how several of them got
I still see people from high school, and they're like, God, you're a fucking cop. Yeah, man. It's like, were you in a special class? Well, I was. I was in the LD, yeah. That was me.
And now you can spell paraphernalia.
My phone can.
After all his drug arrests.
Yeah, well, I didn't arrest anybody for paraphernalia.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But you usually have to say something about it. No, well, you're kind of wrong. What about methamphetamine?
Meth. I can spell meth. It's math with an E.
Oh, shit. Well, so you guys were
I could
very smart out on the streets. Like, you got, I know you guys joke about that all, but you ran both. I mean, shit. The random stuff you guys would know how to enforce was awesome.
So it was, it was a trial. I mean, it still is every day. I have to fucking type now, and I hate typing. And, because now we do cases, we investigate everything on them, and we do our own arrest reports, we do our own case reports, we do our own investigation, and we take it all the way to trial. So we're investigators, officer, investigator, everything on it. But yeah, it's really helped me a lot. And the way that I that I've done a lot of my stuff with, like misdemeanor complaints and stuff like that is, which he's no longer here, and I miss him dearly. But Bates, he's like, hey, look, man, these fucking complaints are the same fucking way every time. He said, just write a good complaint. He said, I'll get you a template, and then just copy and fucking paste them. I was still handwriting them, but he's like, basically just change the name. He's like, it's the same concept in every one. And I just started doing that, and I just wanted to do so many of them, even the misdemeanor stuff, just so I could, learn how to spell the words on my own without having to, basically not having to fucking, at that time I didn't have a fucking phone.
No.
And once I got the iPhone, baby, it went.
Game change.
How do you spell paraphernalia? And it just, but before then, iPhone now picks up on your verbiage. Back then, it just, if you didn't speak perfect English, it might throw out some bullshit at you. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, well, that's paraphernalia. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a long word, starts with a P.
That's probably it.
Close enough. And then also, if I didn't know how to spell a word, I just scribbled it. So I could get it close, and then the computer would be like, hey, dumbass, this is how you spell that.
And I think people fuck that up a lot. Like, I think there's an extreme. People think, oh, you need to have degrees to go. And somebody with a degree, right? You don't need a fucking degree. There's people with degrees that don't know how to do the degree.
I know several people with a degree that...
Dumb. Well, dumb's mean, but they don't know how to work the job.
And while I was on patrol, the later times on patrol when I went to first shift, I was like, all right, I'm getting old. I can't fucking chase these cats like I used to. But my last year, I fought 2 19-year-olds by myself, way the fuck out in Miles County, and up there next to the prison, and held my own. We were fucking fighting, and I knew where my 1055 was at when the call come out. Just so happened I just left a wreck, and I was close. Like, I'm en route. My 1055 was at Longhorn Steakhouse, going back to the fucking precinct. Took me a good 6 or 7 minutes to get there. Fight was still going on when I got there. So my backup is a good 5 minutes away, or 4 or 5 minutes away running code, because I'm like, hey, I'm in a fight. I hadn't touched anybody yet, but I knew that, these guys are not going to stop fighting just because I'm there. We broke Mama's glass table, tore fucking sheetrock off the walls. It was I got into some. I didn't get into a lot of shit on first shift. Got into some shit. We tried to show the rookies that we got, everything we could. City didn't really wake up till everybody's going to work till 10. City wakes up at 10 and you're off at 2. So, or back then you were off at 2. So, I didn't get into a whole lot of stuff, and I was glad of it. I was ready for a change too. So I started looking in what can my dumb ass do? Started talking to people about CRO, and I thought about CRO before.
Community resource officer for those, because I know people have different terms for them. At least I've heard different terms.
Community relations officer.
Oh,
is what it used to be resource.
Okay, I was going to say, do I not remember that correctly?
Yeah, it used to be community resource officer. Community relations now.
Why the change?
I don't know.
They
don't run things by me, Tess. They just change shit.
Before we change this, because it changed the look of the unit. Has it been rebranded?
So on my work hoodie, it's got CRO on it, and people go, what's CRO? And I'm like, what?
It's Crow. It's a Crow.
Why are you talking to me right now? Shit, this is not my I love bourbon sweatshirt. This is my other black sweatshirt.
Yeah, did not know that. So, community relations officer does, for those that are listening, what do we want to explain?
So we do community events. We answer a lot of complaints from citizens. A lot of the stuff that goes to the mayor's office, as far as do a lot with city ordinance stuff. So a lot of stuff that comes to the mayor's office that's city ordinance based will typically come through the chief's office, and then it's filtered down with us. Pretty much a liaison between the department and the citizens. If somebody's having an event at a church, something like that, and they want an officer to speak, they usually get us to go out there. We work for the captain of the precinct directly, and then we also have a supervisor that works directly with the deputy chief to have other things for us to do.
I want to actually ask you the story about getting hit by a car.
Oh my God.
That was a while ago, wasn't
it? Yeah. I don't even think I was FTO then.
No. You were on, I think I was still on West, and you were on North.
I'll tell that story, and then I'm going to tell another story where you were on West. It involves my wife. You might remember it. Yeah, so we've been watching a corner store, and we would always put somebody on the golf course because it had where you couldn't see in there.
Yeah.
So somebody would park up there, walk, and just look through the cracks. And you could see, I mean, elevated position, you could see right down in there. You could see hand to hands all day long. We figured that out. And then we started just hammering at store. So it was Josh's turn to call out cars. I stopped the car, put us into a turning lane. I get out. I mean, it's automatic. Smell weed. Hey, pop out here for me. Get her out in the turning lane. And I look towards oncoming traffic. And everybody's in the right-hand lane or number one. So I turn my back to traffic and going to get this person between her car and 2 patrol cars because I had 1055. And I just remember going airborne, getting slammed into that person's car. And it was a small female, so I know she didn't attack me, but I'm swinging at the air like she did. But as I hit the ground, I can no longer swing. I noticed my right arm is just burning. Didn't really know what happened to me, but I'd been struck between the shoulder blades with a mirror, extended mirror on a Dodge Ram, on a Ram pickup truck, 1500. Oh, I get like one arm, I'm on my hand and my other arm, it's not really working. I just knew I was in traffic because I hit the car and then I fell back into traffic. I knew I was in traffic. Knew I wouldn't be able to be seen because it was dark and we had blue lights on. So I got in front of that person's car, and then my 1055, English is her third language, and she's saying some stuff on the radio that I don't understand. And she's getting 10-9, which means repeat. 10-9, 10-9. And I'm like, I'm about to try to key up on my radio. And then I hear somebody say, it might have been Josh, whatever my call sign, he's been hit by a truck. They come over there. I remember he's a lieutenant now, which I never thought he would make sergeant or lieutenant. And I think you know who I'm talking about. He worked north for a while. Love the guy. But he comes up. He's like, you're fucked up, man. I'm like, I think I can get up. And he's like, no, my God, your back, your neck. At this point, this guy's making me think I'm dying. And he's like, don't move. And he's got his hands like around my neck, like he's got me in what they call
the
that?
C, whatever it's called.
Whatever the fuck that thing is, the collar.
Yeah.
And he's got me like that, and he's like, don't move. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm laying on fucking asphalt. And it's hot. It's after dark, but it's still hot. And I'm like, it's like burning my legs and stuff. And I'm like moving my feet. He's like, don't move. God, Tucker, you're fucked up. I'm like, my shoulder hurts. And he's like, get your neck or something like that. And then Bates gets there and he's like, don't fucking move him. I'm like, guys, I think I can get up. Don't move. And then they put the collar on me, put me on the backboard. And the fire departments are like rolling me over. I'm like, hang on a minute. I got to spit because I got snuff in my mouth.
Of course you do.
So I was like, And the firefighter won't move. So I spit across his boots and I take the dip out of my mouth. Now I'm riding in the hospital with a little bit of, I didn't got any water, rinse my mouth out. And I can remember they gave me morphine. Yeah, they got me morphine in the back of the ambulance. And I can remember Josh is riding with me, and he's got his hand on my chest. He's like, pat me, and he's calling Natasha. At that time, me and Natasha had been in an argument, and we hadn't spoken 3 days. And we were always, me and Josh, me, him, my wife, and his wife, we were all pretty close. And his job was to call my wife. And we had that deal, if anything ever happened to us, you call her, and I'll call your wife. And we had just put in for stack, and neither one of us got it. And we both called each other's wife as a prank to say, hey, you got stack.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh. We're really good friends.
I have no idea you guys did that.
That's constantly. So he calls my wife and goes, hey, it's no bullshit. He's okay. We're in the back of an ambulance. And I will not ride in an ambulance. If they hadn't strapped me to that board, I'd have walked to the hospital. And she's flipping out. She's like, he's not okay if he's in the back of a fucking ambulance. What's wrong with him? Hey, hurt his shoulder, maybe his neck, his head, his back. I said, it's just my shoulder. Now I've been on this board for a while, and I'm like, it's just my shoulder. I can get off this board, and they won't let me up. And I can just remember that the morphine's kicking in, and I can feel Josh's hand on my chest, and it feels like that desk is on my chest. And I'm like, get your fucking hand off of me. And he's like, oh, and he's on the phone. I was like, get your fucking hand off. I can't fucking breathe. So I don't like morphine. Get to the hospital, and Mark is the chief, and he is the first person that I see. Not my wife. I'm asshole naked, and I just see him looking over me. Hey, buddy, you all right? I'm going to be all right. I'm hurting. And he goes, God damn, Doc, give him something for pain. I've known this guy a long time. He's hurting. He ain't got to work tomorrow. Give him something good. And the little, it was a doctor, and she was like, oh, do you want something for pain? I'm like, yeah. And she said, okay, I'll get you some Dilaudid, which I had no idea what that was. Like I said, I'm asshole naked. And they pushed that in my IV, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can see how people do heroin. This is good stuff. Mark was like, he's like, you're going to be all right. They're going to take care of you. Appreciate you. And then Mayor was there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whenever he came over there. And he was like, hey, brother, glad you're okay. We was worried about you. And they must have been close because they were like the first, they might have been at town hall or something. They were really close. And I just remember like, well, the mayor just seen my dick. Nothing impressive about any stretch of the matter, but maybe he forgot about it. I see him on a regular basis. He's never mentioned it, but maybe he forgot about it. And I thought I could use a sheet. As I'm high as a kite. Matasha gets there about the time they're going to take me back for my CAT scan because I'm ready. I'm fighting this collar now. I'm got high and I don't feel good on sedatives at all. I like to fight when I'm on sedatives. So I'm like, I'm getting up. So Josh is having to hold me down and maybe Graham. And hell, maybe the chief and mayor. I don't know. I'm out of it at this point.
Sounds like something Graham would love to do.
I can remember seeing Matasha's face and she's been crying. And she just says, baby, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, you didn't hit me. She goes, no, I'm sorry for everything. I think we made an agreement right then that she'd never let me go to work without at least speaking to me. It was either there or when we got home. And then I went to the CT and I didn't think anybody was in the room, but the nurses, it was another one of our academy mates' wife was my nurse. So she'd seen my penis too.
Why are they putting anything over you?
Eventually, Matasha did.
Oh, okay.
She's like, let me cover this little grub worm up, a little baby bird here. So I get back to CT, and like I say, I don't know, I may have been to the point of OD. It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doctor is amazing. And I wish she was on my call list because I need this in my life. I go to CT and they's like, hey, we got to do this stuff. You may feel warm. I'm like, I'm burning up. I remember laying on my back. I can't see anything. I'm still on that board. All I can see is the roof. And they put me in this CT thing and they push some more stuff. He's like, I'm pushing this now. And like I said, you're going to be warm. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm hot. And you can feel it. It's like a dye or something.
Yeah.
And you can feel it running through and it hits your heart. And then you can feel it because it's burning the piss out of it. And then when it hits your heart, it just flushes your whole body. And I almost passed out. This is just things that I can remember. And I can remember saying, my taint's on fire. And then I hear the entire room erupt in laughter. And then I'm like trying to do a sit up and it's, no, don't move. And I look and I can just see tops of heads because Josh is the same height as all the nurses. And they're all just laughing at me because my taint's on fire. And then, I was out like 6 months. I had to have shoulder surgery and all kind of shit.
What did you break it? Break your...
Tore my labrum, my rotator cuff, and detached my bicep tendon.
Is it labrum or labrium?
Google it. I don't know. If it ain't that, I've been saying it wrong since... I've been saying it wrong since 2009. You need a Googler. You need somebody that Googles for you.
Okay, so it's a labrum.
What did I say?
Labrium?
That's close enough. People that do medical shit, they understand. I think you have one in your hip, too. It's the same joint.
I don't know. When you said labrium, I'm just thinking of like labium. So I'm like,
What is a labium? Is that part of the female stuff?
Yes.
Oh, you sicko.
Well, you're dirty-minded. You're combining the two words.
You got me in a fucking dungeon, and now you're talking about lady parts. So I'm a married man. This is not a fucking office. I have an office there.
I'm sorry.
This is not one of them.
It was built in 1940. They didn't have offices
There's
then.
fucking grass on your window.
Yeah, well, it's a I don't even know how to describe that over podcasts. A basement.
It feels like we're at the gates of hell. It's hot.
Oh, turn off that heater.
What? Why is there a heater on?
Because it's usually freezing in a basement. Press a little button. Yeah, there you go.
Jesus. You got me in the worst love seat. It's either a cheer for a fucking 600-pound sister or a love seat.
I don't know why you're sitting in the middle of it, though.
You told me. I got to reach my beer, and then there's whatever the fuck this thing is.
It's a...
I feel like this will spill beer, because I get excited. I got to move when I talk this. and I keep doing this.
I mean, if you spill it, so what?
What's this smell on this thing? Good thing I can't smell.
It shouldn't smell. I mean, it used to be a cuck couch, but it's totally fine. Or casting couch.
There we
it's
go.
Good.
And now I've got an STD.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, you're gripping that thing.
I'm holding on like this is a fucking roller coaster because my feet are higher than my ass.
They're not.
They
I have
are.
interviewed many people on this couch. I've never seen them grip onto both sides of the
Did the big
couch.
ginger sit on this?
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with this.
Yeah, he sat on that side by the mic, and then he had a guest, old Willie. He came in and sat on the other side. So, just saying, it's doable. But anyways, back to the shoulder.
Yeah, that was it. I said I was going to tell another story.
Yeah, you did. You said about me and your wife when I was on West.
Okay. I don't know if you remember this, but the first time my wife rides with me, it's probably one of my best days for a rest. I don't know about you, but when we got out of Academy, the guys that went to North, the goal was 1,000 arrests before we retired. I got that in 10 years.
I believe you.
But we didn't get out of the fucking parking lot of the precinct. Pulled over a guy. He's got a crack pipe stuck up his ass. So I get that, take him to jail, leave there, pull over a van. Guy's got warrants, take him to jail. And I'm not talking about warrants like we get at jail. I took 5 people to jail this night. And there was another dope arrest. There's 2 people and another traffic stop. Nobody claimed it, so that's 2. I'm at 4, and I'm ready to go home. I mean, it's time to go home. One more traffic stop because my wife rides with me or used to ride with me, and it was busy. I got some extra loving at the house. Because he got real excited.
Such a strong cop.
Yeah. Oh, it's just sexy thing. So we go, pull his car over, come up, smell weed. Hey, man, pop out here for me. He's a passenger. Get him out, start patting him down. First pocket I pat down, I pull out maybe a dime bag of weed. And I'm like, I'm probably going to let this guy go. It's quitting time. And he done the wrong thing, and that's boat. So, in a foot chase, runs behind Lowe's. That old 6-foot fence got him. He couldn't clear it. And I got him by the foot. Drug him off there, cuffed him up, walking him back to the car. And I noticed I heard sirens, and I'm giving out good. I mean, I probably got rookies by this time, 4 years in, 3 or 4 years in. You were still on West, and I hear the sirens, but nobody's coming to me. Josh finally makes it to me. I'm like, what the fuck? And I get back to the patrol car, and there's 7 cars there. You pull up, and you were like, hey, Natasha called me and said that you got in a foot chase, and the driver was still in the car. And you had got on dispatch, whatever, like, be advised, he's got a ride along. It's his wife, and she is by herself next to the offender that didn't run.
I forgot about this.
And I'm like walking, I'm starting to get like pissed. I'm like, God damn it. At least they could come and my fucking leg hurts. My hands are hurting. I just had to drag this guy off a fence.
Yeah.
And where's everybody at? And I get over there, and everybody's got my wife out of the car, and they're talking to her, and they got the driver in cuffs. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was in a foot chase. And then you were like, she called me, and it's like, oh my God, Michael's in a foot chase, and he's left me here, and there's somebody still in the car. And then everybody came to my wife, and I'm just out here chasing motherfuckers like it's fun.
He's fine. His
He's fine. His wife is scared to death. And I'm like, I needed the backup. The driver was a very small female, scared to death, and was screaming when the guy started running.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, because she was calling. She's like, oh my God, he's in a van. I was like, oh, shit.
The fender's still there. No, I got the goddamn offender right in. I need some fucking help. I'm limping. I got some good loving. I've always liked this department. I've never worked for any other department, but I got to think it's when you get on that radio and you ask for help and you hear those sirens kick in, you know that there's people either A, going to come and wreck to get to you, or B, they're going to show up and handle business. I've never had any doubt in my mind, and I don't care who it is. I had a very heavy-set cop that worked North Second with me. I'm pretty sure you know who he is. He showed up one time, and I'm like, great. I need anybody else. Then, but he took care of business when he got there because I was in it. I needed it. But yeah. So I've always appreciated that, and it was just good training. But you facilitated for a long time.
No, I just stood there while other people facilitated it.
Yeah, but you put it in line.
I'll say, yeah, same way. I don't know if it's the same now because I don't know how it is for them. I know that it's a little less quick, I think, that they want it to be, like for the assists sometimes because they're kind of spread out a little bit more maybe with the way it is now.
It's funny. So we had to do stats for, I don't know, some community thing. We pulled the stats. Well, I say we, my old partner pulled the stats. And we found that in the 18 years that I've been here, the number of officers on the street has stayed the same. It's always been this number, which was, crazy to me because it's grown so much. Now, the number of officers have went up a good, I would say we probably got another 80 or 90 officers added to the roster, but they're, special units. And it takes a lot off of the patrol officers to have those special units like street crimes, narcotics, and full-time task force. That takes a ton of work off of patrol. But yeah, I found that interesting that it's the same patrol. And it averaged out to be, I think, 18 calls a month per officer that was on the road, which is not.
So that seems, because I remember doing one day my record was like 24 cases.
Yeah, but on average, a day's work, you got to factor in third shift too.
Yeah,
on an average. So the second shift is obviously going to get more.
Yeah.
And your first shift, city don't wake up till 10. You work a lot of recs, but I don't think recs was in there. I'm thinking about calls for service.
And that's the thing that I think messes up stats too, because people don't realize now, like a call used to be, here's a piece of paper, I'll finish this up later and knock it out real quick. Now it's like the computers, the downloads, the cameras, everything. It does take longer to do half that stuff.
I don't think I ever got an effective report until they went to stat-driven report, like how you got your evaluation was, some of it was based on stat. And I got an overall effective, which is good. I mean, that's the standard now. It used to be, outstanding, but effective is what you need to move on in the department. But I was a senior officer. The rookies took my calls, but the guys, they always took care of me because I was needed. I was needed elsewhere. I needed to go over and help with, whatever, or answer my phone or something. But I always disagreed. That was probably I don't think it's that way anymore, but I always disagreed with it because I remember I got pulled into supervisor's office, which was not my favorite supervisor, but it was like, I need you to do more recs. I'm like, okay, how many recs do I have?
Yeah.
He's like, we had 5 last month. I was like, well, how many recs was in my zone?
Yeah.
Well, 5. Yeah. Well, goddamn, I'm doing 100% of the recs. How can I get more? Did I jump the rookies and make them give me? I was like, you want me to go out there and do speed suppression every day?
Yeah,
I can't help them do my job.
Yeah, you're preventing the recs.
I was like, you can do speed suppression, or I can do recs. Which one?
Yeah.
I do have a question for you. What's up with the OnlyFans light?
That one?
Yeah.
Well, now it's ambiance, but if I do the thing where it's online, it's just a ring light. So it's like, it's the light that they use. Why is that an OnlyFans light?
I've been in a lot of houses where girls do OnlyFans and they look like that.
Well, it's because it's like, one of those lights that they
Amazon
use for
basic, show your cooter light.
I don't know. Is it?
I've seen a lot of those lights and girls do OnlyFans on.
Well, I can honestly say I'm not at the age where I'd make much in OnlyFans.
I never know.
But, I mean, if, the civilian life doesn't work out, then I guess I might try it.
You gotta pay those bills.
This podcast ain't paying for it. So, yeah. No, it's just a light.
Okay. All right.
No, it's just a light. Just
Sure.
Well, I do want to give you some accolades, rather, I guess. On a serious note,
hang on a second. What's an accolade? What is an accolade?
I don't actually know what the definition of accolade is.
So don't
praise.
Use the word. There
Praise.
you go. Use praise. Don't use the word if you don't know it could be something where people are like, oh my God.
I'm making it up.
Well, not everybody went to Michigan State. So.
Yeah, well, barely did.
You were there for a while. You graduated.
Yeah. I did somehow. But no, with the whole peer support thing, you are on the peer support team. Yep. It's still a team. And you've been on there since its start, have you?
Yeah,
so we started, right?
You either called me or called me to your office when
and bullied you into it.
No, you just said, well, you bullied me into the fucking recruitment team, and then I got to farting into the T-Rex suit many times while you were wearing it, and I'm pretty sure you threw up in it twice.
Yeah. Oh my God, I totally. A lot of you guys don't know this. Okay,
check YouTube.
It is an old video when we first started the recruitment team, and I had a T-Rex suit. I don't even remember why. I bought it for some reason, and we were just looking at what we had to use. So we decided to do the T-Rex for doing the PT test.
We definitely needed professionals.
Yeah, we definitely did. But hey, you know what? Look at what the recruitment team is now because of the bull crap we pulled then.
They were like, whoa.
They finally pulled the plug. We're like, well, we're going to hire some professional social media people.
And there was 3 officers, bless their hearts. They took the hot Dorito test.
No, I still got that video.
Didn't get aired. And they were so much on fire.
Oh my God. But it was so much fun watching that.
Yeah, it was.
But anyways, yeah, we did the T-Rex thing. It was like 99 degrees that day.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be in a good spirit for everybody, but I was dying.
And then I found out the fan blew in, and I unleashed some gas in that thing. I mean, you couldn't see behind you. So I could sneak right up on you and fart right into that fan. And then you just hear, and the fucking window on that thing, it was so hot. And then you would get to spitting and shit, and the whole thing got fogged up. You had to stop. Leave the fucking window off. Then as soon as you
had to unzip it.
As soon as you got it done and that thing inflated back up, I was like, oh, I got another one. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Go get it. You didn't have a gun. That's the reason I was doing. You couldn't wear a firearm. You couldn't wear a firearm in that thing and poke a hole in it.
And your farts were like liquid. I don't know how.
I may have shit my pants.
But it was just like,
it was worth whatever. I may have thrown those underwears away, but it was worth it.
God, I forgot you did that.
It was worth the $2.
Well, needless to say, I threw away that suit after I know it was not only full of sweat, but also, I don't know, ass gas shit from Tucker. So
yeah.
But you know, it's good times. I got lots. That and the eclipse video. Remember that one? Where you were staring at the eclipse without the sunglasses?
Yeah.
I forgot what the tagline was.
I don't remember. I do remember the eclipse, though.
Yeah. You were the star. That was stupid.
So it's half serious podcast. I don't think we were ever half serious. What was you saying before I interrupted you with the fart jokes?
So, peer support.
Yeah.
And I'll say his name since we've talked about it on a previous episode, but Crumby, I want to give you, praises. I won't say accolades for handling so much stuff with so many people after Crumby, because people don't know that like a lot of that team that had to handle that came straight from going into command posts and having to deal with negotiation stuff and then changing hats over and then doing peer support stuff. And for people that don't do peer support, it is taxing.
Yeah.
Not that they wouldn't want to do it, but it is taxing to do so many times over again.
Yeah, that was a crazy day because we were at training, I want to say Mobile Field Force.
Yeah.
And we had just cut loose for the day. And so there's probably 30 patrol cars. Everybody that lived on the east side of the county was basically in a convoy. I remember seeing patrol cars from our agency going back westbound. No, going across the
overpass.
Yeah, the overpass closest to that 1020. And then I remember going under that overpass and looking to my right and seeing no telling how many patrol cars. And my car radio was on, but I wasn't on that frequency. I flipped over to that frequency, so I'm thinking that's a big shooting or something like that. And I never checked up. I'm right under the speed where my camera will come on. And then I see patrol cars behind me that's been at training pull off the next exit and then turn on blue lights and go the other way. So that's when I turn over to the frequency and I can hear them. At that point, I think they were setting up a command post. Then I got a text. They were calling out negotiations. So I hit the next exit and then almost got run over by the FBI SWAT truck. Is it the ATF or FBI? Everybody was there.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was, and I think they were training or something that day. Basically, just, we tried to negotiate, but, it was basically over. By the time we got set up and got the call, and it was over. The guy was in custody. And so then they were like, we start tearing down. They called for peer support, and then we went to the hospital. And then the hospital was chaos. And then it was our first big event where peer support was needed. And I felt like everybody done a good job. And then got outside, and the chief asked me to speak. I remember getting choked up speaking. And then...
Oh, I forgot you spoke out there.
Yeah.
For those that don't know that picture with everybody, that's actually you up there talking.
That's me up there talking next to the chief. And he thanked me for talking and everything. And then I left there, and I'm still in, BDUs and a training T-shirt. My wife was cooking, and she came in and brought food to the precinct. She went back home. And I don't think I got home before midnight because I was just doing so many defusing and just talking to everybody and being having the shock of that. And then just the emotions of going back, a lot of that brought back memories of, Billy, because it's the same people that come see you that, that love law enforcement, and it's the same companies bringing food. It's, all that stuff. And then I remember texting my wife and be like, all right, I'm coming home. And then there's been a bunch of nights where my wife was up in the living room on the couch when I come home because she knew it was a bad night.
Mm-hmm.
There's been nights where she was still awake in the bed after a long night. And then there's been 2 times where she was standing where I parked my patrol car. And both of those were officer-involved shooting where we had officer murdered. And I can't thank her enough for being... I would have probably sat in my patrol car for an hour. And, she was there and made me get out of the car because, of course, she wants to hug me. And, just lose it right there. Anybody that thinks that, police officers are these people who shouldn't have emotions or can go to these calls and not feel anything at all, they just don't know police officers. And it's I've had a lot of training through the military, being an MP, and a lot of training on the civilian side. And I go through a lot of training. I try to learn something new every day. I need to, just because of my learning disability. But I've never been in a class where it told me not how to be not human, not one time, how to deal with that stress and everything. And so the next 3 days was kind of crazy for me because we went on 12s. I was on West Precinct at the time. We went on 12s. And most of those days I was getting calls. I couldn't tell you how many officers I talked to that wasn't okay on the phone. And then I'd be like, hey, man, I can't talk to you about this on the phone. I've got to come see you. And either they'd be at home and I'd go see them or, something like that. And I was trying to go do everything and then trying to find out, that I wasn't okay. Then I needed some rest. I needed some, because it was the 12-hour day. And then at the end of the 12-hour shift, another shift coming in and somebody needed to be there to talk to them. And it's another 3 or 4 hours. And, and everybody on peer support. At that time, there was 1 or 2 officers on the list, and it just, who they wanted to talk to, and they were calling me.
You're a well-liked person.
Well, if
you're a cop's
I
cop.
hope it never happens again. If it does, and they're calling me, I'm going to answer the phone, and try my best. But I hope I've done my best.
I was thoroughly impressed, and we've talked about that before. Like, you can't measure the success of that, right? There's no way to
probably
measure
no.
But
did we help some people? Absolutely. We talked to them in the moment. We talked them out of a dark place. And I don't know who said this, but I've heard this many times, and I kind of pass this on to my kids when somebody passes away. Grief is the price of love. If somebody that you love passes away, that consequence is the grief. That's why you have grief. It's because you love this person. And people grieve differently. I talked to some officers when that happened that I thought could probably carry the department on their back, and then, requested them to go home for the rest of the day because they were just they wasn't right. They weren't in a position, or either, hey man, you need to go home, you need to spend some time with your family, or you need to come up here and do guard duty at the funeral home. So some of that helped, but it can be overwhelming, but hope we never have to do that again. Odds are
we will.
And I mean, if I ever get to where, that I'm needing some help with stress or something like that, you would be, even though you are no longer technically part of the department, you are still part of the family. And I would reach out to you in a heartbeat. I would still reach out to Josh in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Even though I probably hadn't talked to Josh in probably a couple of years now. But I know if I call him and I need him, the time that we work together, I know that he's going to answer the phone. And if I need him, he's going to be there. There's a lot of the guys in the academy that I wouldn't hesitate to call.
Some of you don't talk to in a while, and it's a weird, and I guess it's in the military too, but it's that weird thing where you can't talk to them for a while, and it's totally fine. But if you call them and you're like, hey, this is be there in a second.
Yeah. As I've told him this, and I've told other people, if I ever needed to hide a body, it'd just be one of the first people I called it. And we was in the military together, and, we were very close on patrol. We were supposed to start the academy together, work together our whole careers, and retire together, but it didn't work out that way because of not every officer out here necessarily deserves to be here, but that's for a different conversation.
Yeah. But we're hoping to have him on here when he's ready.
He'd be a great one.
Yeah, I agree.
He's probably hands down all around cop, probably one of the best that ever wore the uniform.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
I'd concur. In the academy, I think we knew that too. We're like, oh, that guy's good.
There was a couple in the academy. I was like, these guys are going to really do it. And I was right.
Yeah.
But either from just willpower or stubbornness, either from that or just hard-headed as hell. Yeah, so let me ask you a question. Now that you're no longer police, do you miss it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The analogy I'll use is, to me, being a cop or being there, I don't want to say every cop, but being there is like you're running on a treadmill and all your best friends are beside you, right? Yeah. And you're getting older, you're getting tired, but people keep turning up that speed, turning up the elevation. But then you get out and you're running like fucking regular off of a treadmill, and you get to do things, you get to live life, you get to do stuff, but it's not the same because you don't see, people aren't experiencing it right beside you,
Right.
And you feel kind of alone, but, well, you do feel alone, but you're fucking experiencing shit totally different than you were before. So positives, negatives. I still feel like an outsider for a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Like this, last suicide that we had, it was very weird at work to be like, yeah, well, I'm sorry, I'm a little sad today, but, buddy just died. Yeah. So it's weird, but it's,
and
it's good.
It's one thing they told me in the academy that I didn't believe. Because I had some friends in high school and things like that. I thought these guys are my job now. But they told us in the academy that your friends will go away and you will base your friendship off of your now brothers and sisters. And that was very true for me for a long time. I'm kind of just now getting back to where I have friends outside of law enforcement. And I don't really know why that was. It's probably because they don't have stories. I mean, that's kind of like what choir practice is really about. It's a way to turn loose. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were beneficial, even if there was a shoving competition or a who can slap the hardest. If there was something like that went on, those two guys typically become closer. Those guys typically become closer because now they don't have that animosity amongst each other. And some of them became enemies afterwards, and probably still don't talk to each other. But yeah, I didn't have those. It was no common ground. There was always questions about, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I don't want to answer questions. I just want to tell you my stories and have you have a story that relates to mine. And they didn't. Yeah,
I find people don't know how to react if you tell a real story to somebody outside of it, and it's awkward.
My favorite question is, what's the worst thing you ever seen? I'm like, you can't handle the worst thing I've ever seen.
And I can't even handle it because I can't tell you it correctly. I'm going to make a joke.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to hear what makes me wake up in the middle of the night because you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you still do that shit? Yes. It's the greatest job I ever had.
I love it. I hate it. It's killing me.
I have IBS because of this.
Okay, well, before I go into the next question, I do want to ask you, how many times have you shit your pants?
Oh, it's uncountable. It's just, are we talking just drunk and shit? Somebody shit my pants? Or?
I don't know, but I'll say as your supervisor for that short stint I did down south, I know you called me at least twice.
Yeah.
I gotta go home and shit my pants. I'm like, again?
Yeah. It got really bad. It probably started about the time that you were my supervisor. I shit my pants a bunch before that, but a lot of alcohol was involved. Or, the next morning, or Ambien. I shit my pants a lot on Ambien.
Oh, why did that make you shit your pants?
Because I couldn't wake up to shit.
Oh.
And it's worse because now you have shit your pants and the bed.
Do you wake up when you're shitting, or do you wake up and you're in shit?
You're in shit, yeah.
God, that's a horrible way to wake up.
It's like a baby shit the diaper in the middle of the night. And that's everywhere. But I'm no longer on Ambien. I'll never take that shit again. I just won't go to sleep or I'll drink, 4 or 5 beers, get a little nap. I've shit on the side of the road, not at work. I've never shit in public at work.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to do with all that gear.
Probably the most horrible thing I ever done was in Tunica, Mississippi. I'd gotten drunk playing cards, and I was up. I was winning pretty good, and I got some. This was before COVID, and I'd gotten some tickets to the buffet. So me and the wife go in, and there's crab legs on the buffet, and I'm a crab leg addict. I probably eat 4 or 5 pounds of crab legs. I had been drinking whiskey. Wife's like, "Come on, we shut the buffet down. Come on, let's go to bed." Go in there, go to bed, get up, go downstairs, go in and eat some eggs, and my stomach starts roaring. I'm like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom. Come out of the restaurant and pass the bathroom, but my wife wants to go to a different casino, and she's not winning. So we go to a different casino because it's going to change her luck.
Yeah.
Get over there, and I'm like, okay, this is code 3. I've got to go. You'll do your thing. I'm going to go find a bathroom. So go to the bathroom, and they are cleaning it. The only bathroom that I know that's in this casino. So I was like, well, I'm right here next to the lobby. I'll go shit in a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Go in that bathroom. It's a 1 stall, and there's an old man got his walker hung up in the door. And I don't know if he's coming in or going out. And at this point, I'm panicking. I'm like, I am about to shit my dungarees in the middle of a casino. So I go back, going to enter into the casino, and the lady, now I'm got gray head, old as shit. I mean, this was not that long ago. Just right before it. So it was like 2019. I mean, I'm still, I'm 39 or 40. She's like, I need to see your ID. I was like, okay. Pull it. I said, where is the nearest bathroom that ain't this one or that one? She goes, oh, baby, you got to go upstairs, go around to the bar, and then go. I was like, never mind. I see my wife about to sit down at a poker table, and like she looks and sees my face, and I'm walking on a mission, and she's like, she thought I'd been in a fight. She's like, what is it? What is it? I was like, let's go back, because we were staying the weekend. I think Friday and Saturday night. I may have it, or maybe it happened on, I think it happened on Saturday. I was like, we've got to go back to the room. And she's like, and it's in a totally different casino. It's in walking distance, but a ways away, several hundred yards. And she said, why? I said, I'm shitting my pants. And she said, you're shitting your pants. I said, it is still happening. Get behind me and let's go. And by this time, she smells it. My God, I said, shut the fuck up and follow me. So she's like, number one, she does not want to follow me. And number 2, it smells terrible. And like, it's so bad. There's people at like slot machines and at the blackjack tables, and they're all going, God damn. Because I'm leaving a little turbulence behind me. It's so bad that it's running down the back of my legs, and I can feel it in my socks. And I mean, I'm still, by the way, shitting my pants. It will not stop. My only thought is, I've got clothes. I've got different shoes. I'll fill these shoes up. Let me get to my hotel room without somebody stopping me and saying, you can't come in here with your shitty britches. So I walk on the outside of the casino all the way around to the other hotel.
Oh, my God.
Go in there. Luckily, our room is right outside the elevator, and I'm like, please, nobody get on this elevator with us. Because at this point, there is shit in the floor. And we'll go upstairs, pull my pants off. And by the way, I have to get on the toilet and shit. Finally, something come down the pipe, maybe I took a bite of corn or something, and I got a hold of it. Everything else is just solid water. There's no solid to it. I can't grab a hold of nothing. Those sphincters, like, there ain't nothing to grab, buddy. So, yeah. So that was the first time, or not the first time, but the biggest time I ever shit. It was the longest.
It
was the worst of my life.
I feel kind of bad for Natasha in the story as well.
It gets worse than that. I mean, we drive out west.
Yeah.
Go on 3-week vacation out west, and she has to pack a shit kit, which includes a bucket, towels, cover to, like, if I just got to go on the side of the road, I open the door up and she can hold up a blanket so everybody's not looking at my lily white ass.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting on the side. And then, on a trip, but we stop at a casino. I shit my pants a little bit. Nothing big, but it's something seeped out. So I'm going back. We leave the casino, get about 15 minutes down the road to go back to the casino. It's the only damn thing open. Go back to the casino. And I'm in there cleaning up. I just take my shorts, my underwear off. I'm in like gym shorts. Got my little bag with my other gym shorts in it because that's in the shit kick. Change of clothes. And I'm just in like Crocs. So didn't shit in my Crocs or anything. Go in there and do my business. And then I text her and say, I need something to clean up with. She's right outside the door. So I duck walk my ass over to the door, get what I think is wet wipes, and wipe my ass with it. And it's She thinks I need to clean my underwear up. It is fucking Lysol wipes, and I'm on 100 burning. Tess, this is my life, man. This is my life. This is what I do.
Did you realize instantly, or was that a slow burn?
It was like somebody lit a match to that son of a bitch. I'm like, hang on. It was terrible.
Oh my God. Matasha.
If Matasha was a weaker woman, we would have made it.
Very successful, longing last relationship.
Yeah. And now we've lost our minds for everything and bought a farm.
Great segue, because I was going to bring that up. We were talking about, getting out and stuff, and I think the biggest thing is hobbies, which is why I did this. But, I do a different team, sort of team sport now, doing Muay Thai and crap. But, you got to have stuff outside law enforcement. I think you have done phenomenal at, establishing Tucker'd Out Farms and just everything that you do outside of law enforcement to build this life outside of it is freaking amazing. And I think that's why when you do get out, you're going to be set up for success, like long-term success. And I'm not talking about money. I mean, I hope you're a millionaire or whatever, but just
it's not going to be that, but it'll be a living. It'll supplement, if I can pay my bills and buy a 30 rack a week, I'll be a happy man.
So what is, for anybody that's in the area, what's Tucker'd Out Farms?
Oh, it is new. We're building a house now, but before we even had a house, we grew about 2 acres of produce, rolled that over, kind of planned our garden out where as crops were ending, we would replant with something else, and that something else was pumpkins. And in that area that we're at now, it's in West Limestone, close to the high school. There is no pumpkin patch or anything like that. And we've had offers from schools to come and do special events, and that's like the 7-year plan to have that. But I decided to come up with an event for local kids there. It's like $10 to get in. It's a hayride. $10 get you a pumpkin. Much time you want on a bouncy house. We had all kind of games. You come to it. Yeah. And then we do sell
a baby pig or whatever you call it.
We did have a baby pig. We still have that baby pig.
Well, it was awesome for the kids. They freaking loved it. So.
We actually we were actually worried. Debo was there the day before helping us get our gravel and everything. We wound up getting it, but we were debating on whether or not to buy event insurance. And event insurance, in my mind, the price of it would probably going to outweigh anything. We're already going to be in the hole because it's our first year.
Yeah.
And I thought, crap, this may sink the boat. This is very expensive. And we had almost decided we weren't going to do it. We had till that afternoon before the insurance place closed to call them and say, yes, here's your check. A dump truck had hit a limb on my property, dumping my gravel out, and the limb fell on the cab of the truck and crushed it all the way to the steering wheel. That guy was lucky that Joe DeBoer was there. He could have been seriously injured. Joe had to pull him out of the truck. That's a great thing about Joe Dirt's excavation is that he was a Marine, he was a police officer, and that has never left him. So all of his medical, the guy, he calls me. I'm super busy because we got a problem. I'm like, oh crap, we can't get gravel.
Yeah.
I was like, what, we can't get gravel? He goes, no. There's a guy over here, his truck's crushed. I'm like, he's in a fucking dump truck. How bad can it be? And he's like, oh man, get back over here. So I gotta go. I'll be back. And we're trying to get this event going the next day. Go over there and I see that. And I call my wife. I was like, hey, this could have been really bad. She's like, I'm going right now to pay that for that insurance. She said, because of our luck. And I was like, you can't think like that. It's okay. Yeah. She's like, I want to get it. I'm like, go get it. Turned out that we broke even on the event. We had a couple hundred pumpkins left over. So we just put them in our produce stand, put it on our Facebook page, Tucker'd Out Farms, and sold pumpkins for $3 a piece. And we made a profit doing that. So I think that's the plan next year, or this year, is to have the pumpkin patch again, do a one-day event, and as I get closer to retirement, we'll bump it up.
Well, I'm excited to see the finished product.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I'll put your Facebook link and stuff down at the bottom of this so people know and the name of your farm and all that other good stuff in case people are local to your area.
Well, if you're wanting farm fresh tomatoes, let me know. Last year we had 200 tomato plants, and we picked 55 gallons of tomatoes every 2 days. Hopefully by this time next year we will have pork that we can sell. You would have to buy the live animal from me. I could take it to the processor, but you must come pick it up from the processor. I cannot sell you pork. You have to tell them how you want it cut and all that good stuff. Try to do a couple 100 dozen eggs a week.
Oh,
so this year will be organic. I can't promise every year, but this year will be grown in cow shit. Yeah, it's going to get bigger. And the end goal is, like I said, I don't want to come back and be a dinosaur. And if I'm going to do law enforcement, I want to do what I'm doing now. So I don't want to go answer the phones. And I'm not putting down officers that do that. I mean, I understand that, the insurance and stuff, but
you'll have a different life.
I didn't want that. I knew that a long time ago. So I've kind of been setting up for retirement for a while. Even if I didn't get this farm, I was going to do something else besides law enforcement. Once I get through with law enforcement, I'll be done with it.
Yeah.
It's been a great career. I've worked for some great people. I've worked beside even better people, and I will miss them when I leave. Will I miss the work? Maybe. I do enjoy the work that I'm doing on the side right now, and we'll, gonna make a run of it.
Fuck, Tucker, you almost sound healthy.
I'm not. I don't even run the mailbox. I have equipment.
Mentally healthy.
Mentally, I'm in a good place. So, like I said, I had to go on Ambien for a while. When you start having dreams of killing your whole family and get up, it wakes you up and you have to go check on your children, and you tell your wife the next day, hey, I'm either got to go talk to somebody, which I'm not going to do, or I've got to find something that can make me sleep.
Yeah.
So I tried just drinking alcohol for a while. That turned out bad.
Yeah, that can screw you.
Yeah, it'll give you IBS.
Amongst other things, but yeah,
when
IBS.
you mix Fireball, Peppermints, and Bud Light to go to sleep, the next day you will.
I mean, did somebody tell you to do that, or is that just your
just
brilliant
trial and error? It'll make you sleep now.
Yeah,
it'll make you sleep. It'll make you pass out.
What was that? What was that stuff that people took to stop smoking? That pill or something?
I don't know. I've never smoked.
I hadn't either, but one of our buddies, I don't want to say his name, took it, and because he was you probably little bitty guy when he first started, he'd like smoke that cigarette all the time. When we're chasing after somebody and somebody's mounted on him, so I finally get over there and I whack the guy in the head to get him off of him, and then I'm on him, and then he gets off and starts smoking a cigarette. I'm still fighting the guy. I'm like, dude. I was saying that because he was taking those to stop smoking, and he had a dream where he ate his dog, and he's I had to get off. I don't remember what this stuff was called, but I don't even know if it's still popular. But it's pill you took to stop smoking. But yeah, I've heard that shit will Ambien too will mess up your dreams.
I woke up. I was on Ambien. My brother called me late and was like, "Let's go fishing tomorrow." I was like, "All right, where we meeting at?" And he told me Marshall County Park. I was like, okay. I go lay down, take my Ambien. It does not wear off before I have to get up. I wake up at Gunnersville State Park. Have no idea how I got from Newmarket, Alabama to Gunnersville State Park. It's 1,000 wonders I didn't kill somebody. I could see my hand shaking. I was so scared.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then what woke me up was my brother calling me. He said, where the fuck you at? I was like, buddy, I am at Gunnersville State Park. Well, we ain't meeting there. I was like, I know. I'm on my way. I'm about 25 minutes away. I drove there. And I couldn't even fish. I was so tore up. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I was scared to death. I'm like, I have no recollection of going there.
How long of a drive is that from?
That's about an hour drive.
Jesus.
Yeah. Don't know how I got there.
Wow.
And I got out and looked at my truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, did I hit somebody? Is there a family dead on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Then I started, so I didn't know you're not supposed to just stop taking Ambien.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go cold turkey. So I had whatever I had left in a bottle. I was like, I'm going to take these, and then I'm not going back. And they were calling me, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm not going back. Yeah, I went done my sleep test, and they're like, you're supposed to go twice. You don't have sleep apnea. You have insomnia. And I'm like, okay, what do I do about that? I'm like, well, I can get you to sleep, give you some Ambien. I was like, okay. And I said, what do I do about the nightmares and the night tremors? Like, you got to talk to a psychiatrist about that. I was like, give me the Ambien. He's like, I can make you not dream. I was like, well, let's do that. I was on that shit for about 3 years.
Damn. Did you not dream?
No, you can't do nothing. You don't remember shit. If you do dream, you don't remember it. It's some good sleep now. But it's supposed to be an 8-hour sleep. I would take it and it's probably get maybe 6.5. That was a good night. 6.5. Still, I get 4.5, 5 hours sleep a night.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think that's about, I feel like most of our friends, that's pretty damn close. I mean, because they're all got sleeping issues, but.
Yeah, it's the stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see why you wouldn't go see a therapist, but whatever.
why would I not go see a therapist?
Yeah.
I'm afraid what they would tell me.
Say what? Oh, yeah. I'll say.
It's like, I need to see you in the next room, and there'll be a motherfucker with a straitjacket standing there. And I'm like, I'm going to shit on that. Prepare yourself. That will not be white when you get it back.
I mean, that's a good reaction.
Yeah, I'm going to shit on that.
That will keep
I'm going to
people
shit
from
on
getting
that.
arrested.
I'm going to shit on you, and these floors are done.
Yeah,
And by the way, I'm getting
agree.
naked. And, mental health officer, you definitely, there's people that need medication, and they do need to go. It's the same for me. I don't think I need medication. I may benefit from some, and I know a lot of people that we're friends with probably wouldn't hurt to, spend a few nights in a hospital and take a little medication. They got their buddies they talk to, and they get through it. And,
I hope so.
stemming on what happened earlier in the week, there's always something out there that will help you through even your darkest day. And I just hope that anybody it doesn't matter across the world, that chooses this career can realize that and get away from the stigma that something is wrong with you, or there's no coming back from your thoughts, because there always is. And I'm not going to sit here and say peer support is the answer for all of it, because it's not. I mean, when I start
It's a
my
Band-Aid.
I start my diffusing off with, I'm not a therapist, and by the end of this, you'll be like, you're right, you're not. But a lot of it's just hearing somebody that has went through some of the same stuff that you did. And I didn't know the officer that well. I knew of him, and I don't know his situation, but I wish he would have reached out to somebody that he did know and would have got some help. There's been other officers that's done something like that, and we did know him well. And, all you can think about is the last time you talked to him. And I've heard that this week probably a dozen times. Well, the last time I talked to him, I talked to him this day, I talked to him that day. And for those who are going through the grief, because that is the price of love, it's not your fault. It's, my mother committed suicide, and I struggled with that I still kind of struggle with it. That if I would have called her, or, she wasn't really part of my life because of drugs and alcohol, but if I would have, that week, if I'd have talked to her, or she would have called me or something like that, maybe. But there's really nothing you can do. We got to get away from, all of us have to get away from that concept that there is something. There's somebody out there that can help you. You just have to pick that phone up, make that phone call. If you were in a fight for your life out on the streets and you picked your radio up, you would hear those sirens coming. If you pick that phone up, you're in a fight with yourself. You take that call. You're not going to hear the sirens. You'll hear the knock on the door, and they're bringing more people than you thought cared about you. Guarantee you.
Well said. What's something that you learned then from your mom's suicide that maybe you carried for a long time, then you learn to put down?
I struggled from the time that I found that she had shot herself. She lived for 3 days after she shot herself in the eye. Then we had to make decisions on hospice and all that stuff. I wish she was still alive today, but the fact of the business is she wouldn't have much quality of life, a lot of brain damage. She was missing an eye. Once she never woke up. She was just dying, but not dead. And we'd made the decision to take her back to, I was in Fort Benning, Georgia at the time, and we had made the decision to take her back to my house and put her on hospice. It was a blessing for us that she passed away in the hospital. And then, of course, we had the funeral and everything. And like I say, I struggle with if I'd have been there, or if I'd have called her, or if the last words I ever said to her wasn't in anger, maybe she would have called me. Or basically, I struggle with it because the last thing I ever told my mom was I never want to talk to her again. For years, even though when she was sober and clean, she was the best person you would ever want to talk to. But when she was not sober and clean, she was also the worst person. And there was only one thing for her, was either drugs or alcohol. Well, it was mostly alcohol. She done drugs so she could drink more. She was that kind of alcoholic.
Was she an alcoholic your entire life?
No. After her and my dad divorced, I was young. I probably first grade. Drinking stepped up later on in life. Probably, I can remember going to AA meetings with her probably when I was 10, 11. And then it was just, relapse. And then we were taken away from her and put in my dad's custody. It had gotten so bad. And basically she picked it over us. And then she got clean for several years. And then she would just relapse. Her demons always got to her. Eventually that she, I think, I don't know, like I didn't talk to her, but I think that she just had enough of that life and she wound up shooting herself. But I just realized that there was absolutely nothing I could do. Even if I'd have been in the room with her, there'd been nothing I could do. She was going to take her life that day. Yeah, it was nothing I could do.
You think that's why? Because I'll say you were a young father. You were invested in your kids pretty early on. And I don't want to take all your night, but I am curious. You think that is why you were so quick to invest in your kids? Because, dude, you were young and you were, I know it's a weird thing to say, like, oh my God, you're invested in your kids. That's cool. But there's a difference between just being a dad and a father and actually being invested in your kids and being present for them.
My daddy was always there for me. Mm-hmm. Even though I was rebellious and fought the system. Oh yeah. It's hard to believe that, that old Tucker was not a model son. I had a lot of anger issues, probably stemming from my mother, and I took it out on him a good bit. And he dealt with it. I can remember being scared of my daddy until the day he died. And that was somebody that no matter what happened was always there. Because without that, if I'd have stayed with my mama, I probably wouldn't be here. Just being honest with myself. And if I could go back, I wish I'd have spent more time with my children, because when they were younger, I was in the military, deployed. I went overseas, deployed to Fort Benning, Georgia for almost 2 years, didn't see them a whole lot. I thought, just from trust issues with women because of my mother, I thought Natasha was going to leave me anytime. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I was invested in the best thing that ever happened to me. So, without her, without Natasha, without my dad, there's no telling. I'd probably be in prison or dead, just, because it was before one of those nights where she was up, standing where my patrol car should be parked, waiting on her hug, and us, crying in each other's arms in my front yard. It was before that. I don't know what it was. Just one day I thought, this fool loves me, and I don't care what I do. She may not stay with me, but she's going to love me forever. And I can always trust her, and I can always lean on her, and I can let my guard down around her. I have to die before she does, or I ain't going to be able to make it. I'll die soon after her. I feel that deep down in my soul, if there is such thing as a soul. But, yeah.
Look at you. Who knew you were romantic?
She may not think that. She don't get the sweet stuff all the time.
Well, she can just replay that portion then.
I forgot you get to listen to this. Is this thing still on? I thought we was just having some beers and talking. I'm just now getting used to hearing myself in my own earphones. I don't sound the same.
Because you've got that radio voice.
Yeah, really.
Well, then to, I guess, officially conclude it, is there anything that I didn't ask that I should have, that you wanted me to?
No.
We went all over the place. This is probably the most scattered.
Well, it's half serious. Half serious. I've got to have to prove it. It's weird that, I listen to Joe Rogan. I like his podcast.
Uh-huh. He's okay.
Yeah. Whenever he has on
when he'll get successful.
It's been fun reminiscing and talking about shit in my britches.
Hold on, that couch like it's a roller coaster.
I still got it. I don't know what's going to happen in this dungeon you got me in.
This is the most.
But I'm waiting on some motherfucker in a damn leather mask to jump out of this closet, and I'm going to kick him in the head if I can.
Apprehensive I've been on an interview just because staring at you is so uncomfortable.
Well, you're sitting on some kind of contraption like a fucking troll about to jump under a bridge.
It's like a chair that you can sit crisscross in, or like this.
It looks like you get it off 50 Shades of Grey.
Probably could be.
Well, it's on wheels. I wouldn't be able to get off that goddamn.
It's not easy. How's that? But all right. Well, thanks, and I love you. And
I love you too. I appreciate it. You're one of my favorite people.
Same. Thanks for 17 years of being a teammate, and then
18.
however many years.
18 years, Tess.
Yeah.
It's coming on 19.
Sorry, 18 years of. No. 17 on the team.
Oh yeah, you've been gone for a year, but I don't count that. You're still part of the Kids Club.
Whatever this shit's gonna be. Whatever this retirement stuff is gonna look like for all of us.
It's gonna be great.